36 weeks. So crazy to think about. I turned 36 weeks on the 4th of July, which is, it's one of my favorite holidays. My family and I, we have enjoyed a lot of traditions around the 4th for many years. We used to go up to our family cabin. Unfortunately, we don't anymore because of some family stuff, but we've been trying to navigate new traditions for the last couple of years. And last year was especially hard because I was really excited to have Malachi here to, create new traditions with. And last year I went to the store and I bought a onesie that would have fit him at the time that he, at the age that he would have been on the 4th. So he would have been around 3 months. And one of our family traditions is tie-dye. We make a bunch of tie-dye shirts and everything like that. So I tie-dyed this onesie as an act of hope and faith that I would get to put his sibling in that someday. It was so painful going into that store and just buying the onesie and just sobbing, wishing he was here. And I felt a lot of heaviness this year, thinking just about how sad we were last year. And my mom bought a newborn onesie for me to tie-dye for Eden, and we were gonna buy a onesie to tie-dye for Malachi, like the size he would be now, but we just didn't have enough time. So we will do that in the future though, for him to kind of hand down to his sister, and God willing, more siblings from Malachi. But yeah, it was a heavy day. It was a really heavy day, and we still tried to make the most of it. We did, do the, we did the tie-dye, and it was a really hot day too. So I really am just struggling with the heat. It's really taking a lot of energy out of me. I feel like I'm getting easily tired, easily fatigued. I need to sit down and rest more. So I'm really trying to just listen to my body, but I laid down and rested a lot and cried a lot on the 4th, and we made the tie-dye and everything, and then we had dinner, and we went to see fireworks near our house, which we've never been to that park. We've seen the fireworks from our house from that park, but we've never gone there, and it was really cool to be there. It was like a really nice setup going on. It was like a little mini festival at our city's park, but it was really hard seeing families there. It just was hard seeing so many people with babies and families, and I just felt like such an outsider to the rest of the world. Just thinking about this liminal space I'm in of, I feel like I've been in liminal space since I found out I was pregnant with Malachi. Like this in between of anticipating your living child, being here on the outside, and then Malachi passing shortly after birth, and then grieving and being early postpartum without a baby, and then opening yourself up to conceive again, and then trying to conceive and going through that journey of waiting to conceive, and then finally conceiving, and then now waiting all the way through pregnancy again, hopefully for a living child. It's just a lot of uncertainty, a lot of wondering, and it just felt hard. It just felt hard to feel like such an outsider. And I know that everybody has their own issues and struggles that you can't see by simply looking at them, but it was a lot, but it was still a beautiful day. It was like a lovely day, but it was hard. And it was kind of weird being there too, because the park is so close to our house that it's near the fire station where the EMTs that were on call when they came and transferred Malachi to the hospital, I saw them at the park. And I don't remember what these men look like or anything, but the thought crossed my mind, I wonder if that was the guy who was there, you know, or was that the guy who was there, you know, because we had quite a few EMTs with us when he was born. So that was weird, you know, it was weird. It's very nuanced things. I feel like grief just adds so many layers to just a simple holiday. But yeah, then the next day, my friend hosted a women's brunch, my friend from small group. And I was really not feeling going because I'm an introvert. Like I do love talking with people, but I am also introverted, and I was sort of struggling with the idea of making new connections, especially where I'm at right now. I'm so close to birth. I just feel like I want to be very protective of my space and my heart and my energy, and I don't really want to leave the house much. I just feel like I'm sort of nesting physically, but I feel like I need to nest mentally, and I just want to be at home. And so I was kind of struggling with, do I go or not? And I was telling my friend about it and my dilemma, and she was very gracious and kind of just shared some thoughts with me. And I ended up bringing my mom, and we went, and it was beautiful to connect with all these women, and we were able to go around a circle and kind of discuss things with each other and everything. But I opened up and shared about Malachi, and it was really hard to be vulnerable, but I'm a big advocate for vulnerability, and these women met me with such love and kindness and support. And at the end of our brunch, they all laid hands on me and prayed over me and Eden. And it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. So I wept, of course, I cried. But there's a lot of gratitude in that. So yeah, that was great. And then Paul and I kind of started getting ready to go with all the meal prepping that we wanted to do. We meal prepped last time, and it was really nice to have everything ready in postpartum to just reheat and everything. Like, our parents live with us, and so they are very generous and helpful, and make a lot of meals for us. And they had made a lot of meals for us when we were in early grief too. But it's nice to just have things that you can just heat up and you know, kind of have that taken care of. And I felt this way when we lost Malachi. I was like, I still want to honor my postpartum. It's important to nourish myself, even though I don't want to eat. I still want to take care of myself. I want to make a sibling for Malachi. So I kind of made sure that I was taking all the supplements that I needed to and nourishing my body, because your body is so, you know, vulnerable and raw and fragile in postpartum. And then with grief tacked onto it, I really wanted to be as gentle as I possibly could with myself, and nourish myself. And it was hard, but I did it, and I'm proud that I did. And I want to do the same thing whether I have a living child or not this time around with Eden. I want to make sure that I'm set up to care for myself in postpartum, no matter the outcome, because my body has gone through such a tremendous and transformational experience. And it happened the first time. It was such a transformational experience. And it's basically coming up in about a week. I have been pregnant or postpartum for 2 years now. And that's crazy to think about. I mean, you are postpartum for the rest of your life. You're forever changed after pregnancy and birth, and that initiation into motherhood on so many different levels and degrees. But you know, pregnancy, even at its best, can take a lot out of your body, and I just want to care for myself, if that's the only thing I can do in all of this. So it's been really good for me to orient myself, to distract myself, and kind of point myself in a way to be busy by putting together these meals with Paul. So we've been doing that and really enjoying spending our time together in the kitchen. It's been really lovely and simple and sweet, and putting everything, like organizing the freezer and everything, going grocery shopping. It's just been very nice. So other than that, I got to hear Eden's heartbeat at my midwife appointment on Tuesday. So that's always lovely. I have my appointments with my midwife every Tuesday now, now that we're at 36 weeks. And so it's just lovely to hear her heartbeat every time and kind of discuss birth and discuss faith and discuss prayer. And my midwife prays over me after every appointment. And it just feels so surreal to be here. Like there's a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm so tired because of the heat and where I'm at in pregnancy that I want to rest, but I also want to nest. And so kind of relenting control of the type A in me who wants to do a bunch of the cleaning and everything else, and just kind of prioritizing like, what do I really need to do before I give birth, you know, before Eden comes, and kind of go from there. So it's been good to get like, I don't know, more serious, more organized, more like, okay, this is go time. You know, I've been doing more and more stretches to help with labor, breath work, lots of stuff like that. So yeah, it gets a little scarier the closer we get to birth, but it also gets more real and more exciting and motivating. And I'm really just trying to soak it all in too. So 36 weeks, I can't believe we're here, but here's to 36 weeks.